Hi everyone, welcome to our learning video sessions on Microsoft Excel for chemical engineers. This video lesson teaches how to use Microsoft Excel software in order to solve algebraic equations. If we have data and the assigned equation, it's a pretty simple thing in Excel to substitute given values in the equation and obtain the final answer. For example, let's say we have to find capital F is equal to 3x plus 5y plus x plus y divided by z minus xy. So this is a simple algebraic equation. Then let's say x is equal to 5, y is equal to 13 and z is equal to 0.5. We can calculate the answer using Excel by inserting the substituted equation using the cells with the given values. So we can see the final answer is 51. But in many engineering problems, we have to solve more advanced algebraic equations, and it's not just a substitution. There are three major types of equations we meet in our engineering calculations. They are algebraic equations, differential equations, and partial differential equations. Microsoft Excel software can be used to solve some differential equations, but it's little bit difficult. Solving partial differential equations in Excel is much more difficult. So we have to use a better software like MATLAB or Mathematica to solve differential equations. But we can use Excel software in a better way to solve algebraic equations. In this lesson, we are going to consider three types of solutions for algebraic equations. First one is solving a set of linear algebraic equations. Second one is iterative solutions for an algebraic equation. The last one is solving a set of nonlinear algebraic equations. First of all, we know that an algebraic equation contains polynomials, exponential and logarithmic terms, trigonometric functions, and any of their combinations. A linear algebraic equation means an equation with linear terms or first order terms. In other words, higher order polynomials, exponential terms, or logarithmic or trigonometric functions are not available in a linear algebraic equation. For example, let's take a set of linear algebraic equations. X plus y plus z is equal to 6. 2y plus 5z is equal to minus 4. 2x plus 5y minus z is equal to 27. Actually, these are three simultaneous linear algebraic equations. We know that we can use the elimination method to solve these equations as we have three unknowns and three equations. But the elimination method is harder when we have more than three unknown variables. So in engineering problems, we use matrix operations to solve a system of linear algebraic equations. Let's remind the matrix method to solve simultaneous equations. First, the equations should be arranged in the order of Ax equal to B. So we can write coefficients in the left hand side as a square matrix A. Then the variables in a column matrix X and the constant in the right hand side of equations as matrix B. Then the solution for matrix X equals to A inverse B. So we should find the inverse matrix of A. To obtain an inverse of a matrix, the matrix should not be a singular matrix. That means the determinant of the matrix must not equal to 0. So if we use manual calculations for these matrix operations, there can be many mistakes and errors. As well, if there are many equations more than 3, solution is further difficult. So we can use Excel software to more easily find the solution for a set of linear equations like this. First, let's create the coefficient matrix. So we enter each coefficient in each cell. 1, 1, 1, 0, 2, 5, and 2, 5, minus 1. This is our coefficient matrix A. Then we should find the determinant of matrix A. In Excel, there are inbuilt functions for matrix operations starting from capital M. For determinant of a matrix, the function is mdeterm. And we need to mark the array, that means the cells containing our matrix. After that, press enter. Now we see that the determinant is not 0. So we can find the inverse of matrix A. The function for inverse of a matrix is M inverse. After marking the array, if we press enter, we end up some value in one cell only. But in the inverse matrix, we know that it is in the array form. In order to obtain array form, just typing enter is not enough. We should type Ctrl plus Shift plus enter to obtain any answer in array form. So now I am doing that, Ctrl plus Shift plus enter. So we can see that we obtain the inverse matrix of A in array form. Then we insert the matrix B, that is a column matrix 6, minus 4 and 27. So we need to find the variable matrix X by multiplying the inverse matrix A and matrix B. The Excel function for matrix multiplication is mmult, and we mark the two matrices in array form separated by a comma. Then again, to obtain the answer in matrix form or array form, we should press Ctrl plus Shift plus enter. Now we got the solution for the three unknown variables in matrix form. We saw how to use Excel software to solve a set of linear algebraic equations. You can try with more examples by your own to practice this method. This can save time in your day-to-day calculations for engineering problems. Next, let's see solutions for nonlinear algebraic equations. A popular nonlinear equation is the quadratic equation in the form of ax squared plus bx plus c is equal to 0. We know that we can obtain the solution for a quadratic equation by using the formula x is equal to minus b plus or minus square root of b squared minus 4ac divided by 2a. We can substitute the constant values in a given quadratic equation to this formula and obtain the answers. But when the equation is in higher order, we don't have any formula like this. So mostly we have to use an iterative method to solve a nonlinear algebraic equation. It means simply we have to assume a value first and substitute it to the equation. If the equation is not satisfied, we should continue a new assumed value and do the same process until the equation is satisfied with our assumed value. This can be called as trial and error method as well. But it's very difficult to do many cycles of trial and error or many iterations to obtain the correct solution manually. When we use Excel software for this, we can easily perform iterations and find correct answers. In chemical engineering, we meet these kinds of equations in many sections. For example, let's take the van der Waals equation of a state. The van der Waals equation of a state is a third order equation by volume. Now let's see how to solve it using Excel software. You can see that I have rearranged the van der Waals equation in the equation order according to the polynomials of volume. Let's find the volume of carbon dioxide. A and B constant values are coming from experimental values available in literature. Pressure, temperature and universal gas constant are also there. Let's follow the trial and error method first. Let's assume an initial value for volume. Let's say 3. Then we substitute the assumed value into the equation. That means the pressure multiplied by the third order of volume. Minus within brackets pressure multiplied by B plus gas constant times temperature close brackets multiplied by second order volume and plus A times volume minus AB. So we can see that the answer is not equal to 0 and the assumed value is not correct. So we need to use iterative methods to solve this problem. Let's use two tools in Excel software for iterative solutions. The first tool is Goal Seek tool. Go to Data tab and click on What If Analysis. At there, select Goal Seek option. The Goal Seek tool is very simple. It can be used when we have only one equation, as we can select only one cell. The Goal Seek tool asks to specify the set cell, so we select our substituted equation cell. To value or the target value is 0. By changing cell is our assumed value cell. Then click OK. So we end up with the correct iterative solution with a small time. The second way to do iterations in Excel is using Solver tool. Go to Data tab and see whether the solver tool is available. If the solver tool is not available, go to Office main button and click Options and select Add-ins. Then select Solver and click Go. Then check to Solver option and press OK. In Solver tool, we can set the objective cell, that's our equation cell, then the target as the value of 0 and vary the cell of assumed value. Unlike in GoalSeek tool, Solver tool provides more options. That means we can add many constraints, which makes possibility of solving many equations simultaneously. When we press solve, we end up with the solution. In comparison, we see that Solver tool gives us more accurate solution than GoalSeek tool. Next, let's see how to solve a set of nonlinear algebraic equations using Microsoft Excel. Let's take x squared plus y squared plus z is equal to 12, 2x plus y minus z squared is equal to minus 3, xy plus 6z is equal to 21. We can use the solver tool to find the solution for these three equations. First, let's assume some values for x, y and z. Then substitute the assumed values in each equation. Now let's open Solver tool. Select the objective as the cell for equation 1. Insert the target cell and the value. For multiple equations, we have to enter constraints. So add constraints for the equation 2, and equation 3. After adding constraints for many equations, then click Solve. So we can find the solution for x, y and z like this. The difficulty in this method is adding constraints for the number of equations in the problem. If we have 10 equations in the set of nonlinear equations, we have to add 9 constraints. So let's see another simple way to solve this problem without adding many constraints in Solver tool. Let's copy the substitution to equation and initial values in the worksheet. Then let's create the adjacent column for the difference between the equation value and the substitution of assumed values. Then the next column for square of the difference. Then take the sum of square differences. We can use the solver tool to calculate the assumed value cells to be the sum of square difference equal to 0. This method is similar to least square method as well. Now we don't have to insert multiple constraints. Then we click on Solve button. Then we have the solution similar to the previous method. Like this, we can use Excel software to solve a set of nonlinear equations as well. So to summarize what we learned in this lesson, first we discussed how to solve a set of linear equations using matrix operations in Excel software. Then we learned how to perform iterative methods to solve an equation with polynomials. We used goal-seek and solver tools in Excel software for this. Finally, we discussed how to solve a set of nonlinear algebraic equations using the solver tool in Excel software. You can try more examples and practice what we learned in this lesson. And we hope that you use this knowledge to solve your engineering problems more easily. That's the end of our lesson. Have a nice day and goodbye.